22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. When we open our eyes today and look around America, we see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it. 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 And are not afraid to say it.
Testing 1 2 1 2. You are listening to Black Westchester Presents People Before Politics Radio. Sorry for the delay, half an hour late. Had some car trouble. Damon K. Jones is out. He'll be here at 7. Cynthia Turnquest Jones, she's working on, she's out doing something for next week. See if I can pull that up real quick. What is she working on? She's working on the, something for the wrongfully incarcerated. I'll find a flyer. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But we're going to get right in since we're running a little late. We got a couple of guests in the house, as we mentioned on Facebook, the members of the Mount Vernon Fire Department, and the calendar that all the women are talking about. Because everybody's been asking me, you know, with Black Westchester, everybody be like, yo, you know somebody? Yo, how can I get one of those? How much are they? So we was like, yo, we had to have y'all on the show. So grab your microphones and introduce yourselves.
All right, first of all, my name is Firefighter Anthony Mitchell.
All right.
Been a firefighter for the city of Mount Vernon for 8 years now.
Okay.
You know, we love our job. This is what we do. Mm-hmm. You know, we service to the community. This calendar project has happened before with the fire department. This is the first one I've actually been a part of. The last time that, you know, the department has done a calendar was in 2007.
Okay.
So 2007, it was a decent calendar, but me and a couple of my co-workers got together and said, you know, it's about time for another one. You know, we go a lot of places. You know, ladies ask, calendar. So, you know, we said we got a lot of in shape, nice looking
individuals
on the job. A lot of guys didn't even get a chance to make the calendar. A lot of guys, you know, had other obligations to do. Some guys. And a couple of guys were hurt, couldn't do it at the time, but you know, it's a lot of us. So
let me introduce you two. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Firefighter Dave Basil.
Bring the mic a little closer too, just so we get you.
Firefighter Dave Basil. I'm on 8 years too. Me and Mitch got on together.
Okay.
I'm Firefighter Conroy Jackson. I'm the youngest member of this crew right here. I just completed a year of service, my first year. Happy about that, and looking forward to many more years.
No doubt. Now I want to ask you a question. We've done a lot with Black Westchester. I don't know if you're familiar with us. We've covered a lot of what y'all have been going through with the limited manpower, and you know I spoke to Barry McGooey a lot. You know, who has a lot of respect for y'all, but feels like Mayor Davis is abusing. Him specifically is abusing mutual aid because he's cut like your overtime or something. So, you know, I've discussed it and other people discuss it, but no one's heard from the firefighters what y'all go through, what y'all deal with, how limited manpower is extra stress on y'all individually. So I'd like to give y'all a chance to chime in on that a little bit if you want to. because I got a lot of respect for what y'all do. First off, let me just say that the average when there's bullets flying or there's a fire, the average thing is to run from it. Y'all run into that to save somebody ain't even related to you. So you know what I'm saying? Like yo, that's an admirable thing.
Happens a lot. You know, last year I got a couple of awards for doing things like that. You know, I just feel like, you know, it's sad. It's very sad. I just feel like the administration and the mayor gambles with citizens' lives and our lives to save a penny.
Right.
So I feel like, you know, that you can't put a price on anybody's life. So we have a job to do, and we continue to do it regardless if they leave us with 2 guys or if they were to give us the guys that, you know, the adequate manpower that we do have. It's been going on for too long. You know, it's just they take, and it's nothing that we can even do. But we got to keep coming to work. We can't go on strike, so we got to keep coming to work. And you know, they just continue to take. Like, you know, we had a situation where, like, you know, a lot of us, what you don't know is when you call 911, it could be for a medical call.
Absolutely.
The fire truck always kinds of shows up first before the ambulance gets there. So a lot of us are EMTs or we're certified first responders. Right. So you know, we get our license. We're licensed through the state of New York, but you know, every couple of years your license expires and you gotta, you know, retake it. So
that's, you know, it's interesting because I think in one of the things we talked about, a lot of the Mount Vernon Police Department are not registered as first responders. They're not certified. No, which is crazy. That's crazy.
Only certain units, like you get the ESU cops, things like that.
Like people don't know that. Yeah.
But cops, they get the basic minimal training probably in their academy, which is like CPR. But we basically attend a college semester of EMS training. Okay. While we're in the academy, or right when we get out the academy, you got to basically do like a semester of EMT school for all of us. So, you know, we're trained for anything. You know, somebody can be in cardiac arrest, somebody can be shot, stabbed.
Can I get one of y'all just to open that door, the glass door for me? Go ahead, continue.
So, you know, so we do things like that. So back to my story, you know, I've always been an EMT. I love being an EMT, you know, just for my own family, and you know, I love it for the job. Not too long ago, back in March, we got a call. Make a long story short, I got on the scene, and baby wasn't breathing. Absolutely, the baby was not breathing, pulseless, everything. I ended up saving that baby's life. Brought the baby back. Baby's fine, healthy, everything. Thank you. So to get to my point is, you know, my license has expired back in the end of July. So, but before it expired, you know, I went to the administration and said, "Hey, my license is expiring. You guys, can you put me in a class? Can you put me in a refresher class so, you know, I can get my, you know, continue on with my medical training?" And they denied me twice, and that's just all, like, you know, saving a penny, not wanting to pay for things. So they denied me, you know, to have the education and, you know, to get my license to continue, you know, practicing as an EMT.
That's just unacceptable. Like, you know what I'm saying? We try to bring light to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been meaning to actually approach y'all, and I've talked to Ernie Richardson, actually do an interview with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because no one knows what y'all go through. A lot of people take that. Mount Vernon has more fires than a lot of municipalities. You know what I'm saying? I think Yonkers too. But Mount Vernon especially.
We're neck and neck with Yonkers, and Yonkers got us beat by 8 times the size of Mount Vernon.
Right. And that's a shame. So, if you come in here and sit down. Okay. But then it's like, yo, you know, and then the whole thing about, I think he capped, capped the overtime, so y'all can't work overtime or something like that. So now you have to call for mutual help, mutual aid. You know what I'm saying? And that puts firefighters in other areas, and you know what I'm saying, they put them in danger, and that's just unacceptable.
Very,
you know
unacceptable.
what I'm saying? You gotta take care of your. We got police officers running around in Mount Vernon with expired bulletproof vests, and you know what I'm saying, y'all ain't getting what y'all need. If anybody need to be taken care of, y'all two groups need to be taken care of, because y'all are who I'm calling if I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So
you never know when you're gonna need us with insurance policy.
Right.
And you got to pay your car insurance on your car every month.
Right.
Hopefully you don't need it, but you know, you thank God if you know that is there when something happens. So
Right.
you know, that's what the police and the fire departments are there for.
Right. Now, again, I wanted to talk about the. I was talking to, I think again Ernie Richardson and another individual that I know. I can't think of his name real quick, and he was talking about the stress. Like it's, you know, y'all supposed to work X amount of time. I forgot what he called it, pockets or whatever it's called or something like that. And then you take a break, and then the next person. But if you ain't got the manpower, you got to keep going sometime. And then that's extra stress, psychologically and the whole nine for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And people don't know what y'all go through.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I mean, you know, everybody sees us sometimes. When you see us, you know, you might see us sitting in front of the firehouse, or you might see us sometimes. You know, we live there. We stay there for 24 hours. What people don't know, we work 2 24-hour shifts a week. So people say, "Oh, you work 2 days," but it's 48 hours a week. It's
Right.
8 hours more than a regular
Right.
work week for anybody else.
Right.
And we're there for 24, 24/7. You know,
Right.
24 hours a day. But what you don't, you know, you see us out in the street sometime, and you know, you might see us, you know, around the firehouse or things like that. But you know, you don't get to see 1, 2, 3 in the morning when a fire comes in, and you know, you pull up to a house and it's, you know, fully engulfed, and you know, we gotta go inside and search for people, search for the fire. Like, you know, we have a job to do, and these things happen. Whether it happens once a week, it can happen once a month, but just know every time we go to work and we put that uniform on, you know, we're risking our lives. 2
incidents come to mind when Mayor Davis again canceled the recruit, the 5 4 or 5 recruit.
Yeah,
First,
5 or 6
yes, and these guys gave their 2-week notices at their jobs and everything, and he canceled them, saying
was-
we don't need any more firemen. And then y'all had Union Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like 2-3 days later than that. You know
I
what I'm
had
saying?
a couple of those guys even come volunteer time. We do, fire department does so much. We do a thing called the boot drive, and what we do is we stand out in the middle of the street with boots, and we collect you know, donations from, you know, citizens for kids with muscular dystrophy.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of those guys that were, you know, about to get on the job, they even came out, volunteered their time. They were very, you know, enthusiastic. They were very excited to get on this job. We have, you know, one of the new guys, you know, I've been on 8, me and Dave's been on 8 years. But so I kind of hooked, you know, one of those guys up with the new guy over there, you know, in Firefighter Jackson, and said, like, you know, hang on, you know, learn from him. Like, you know, call him up when you got questions. He just went through the academy. He can help you out a lot. You know, I've been up there 8 years ago, so things have
Right.
probably changed.
Right.
He's been up there less than a year ago. You know, call him up. You know, pick his brain. So the, you know, guys were psyched. You know, gave him their 2 weeks notices, and you know, it was just sad. Like, you know, a couple of days before they're supposed to get sworn in at City Hall. Like, you know, it's a big thing. You know, you're about to become a firefighter.
Right,
like,
right.
You're telling your mother, your grandparents, like, you know, your family. If you know, some guys have kids. Like, you know, this is a big thing. Everybody's probably taking off of work, getting ready,
Right.
and just because of politics or things don't go, you know, the mayor's way at the time, you know, he cancels it. You know, I had a grown man call me, like, you know, crying, saying, like, you know, this really, like, you know, this really hurts. Like, you know, I quit my job basically.
Yeah.
And now, you know, over politics that they have no idea what's going on.
Right.
That, you know, they got wrapped up in it.
And proof that y'all needed extra men was the Union Avenue fire days later. Like just days later.
It's not just the Union Avenue fire. It's fires are 10 to 15% of what we do.
Right.
People don't see that sometimes, you know, we got to do a carry down, which means it might be a 500-pound person, 400-pound person stuck in a house on the 3rd floor. It'd take 5 of us, 6 of us to get that person down. They call the fire department for things like that. We need manpower for things like that.
Right.
Car accidents. You get a multiple collision car accidents. You know, Mount Vernon borders the Hutch, the Cross County, and the Bronx River.
Right.
So we got to deal with all of those, like, you know, all of those highways. We get car accidents. You need men on car accidents. You need the trained men there on medical calls. Like, it's just so much that, you know, they give us. We got a heavy workload, but we don't have enough men to cover the workload. Fires is the most important, I would say, because
Right.
it's the most dangerous situation, but it's just, like, you know, it's everything. It's everything. It's
Right.
everything.
Okay. You've been holding. I'm trying to give these guys a little. Y'all want to chime in on anything that we just talked about, or from your experiences or anything?
I mean, with the whole Manning thing, you know, when guys get hurt, we just don't have enough guys. So lately, they've been putting rigs out of service, and when they do that, like Mitch was saying, you know, we don't just do fires. We go on medical calls. If if something now happens on the north side of town, and that rig is out of service, now an engine from the west side or the south side got to respond. If someone's having a heart attack or a little baby choking, can't breathe, they got to wait another 2-3 minutes for a rig from the south side to get there. That could mean life or death.
Right. I seen something on. I live on South 7 between 4th and 5th, and a house across the street from me. It was a couple of vehicles, and there was no fire, but it was a couple of fire vehicles there. It was trucks. It was the van. It was the SUV. I don't know what was going on in the house, but there was no fire though.
I had a fire on that block not too long ago. A winter ago.
Yeah, right. I live right.
Two houses.
Yeah, I live across the street. Two houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the first one in there. Yeah. So but like you said, you don't know what that is. That can be.
But I mean, y'all were there for a while. I mean, I might not have been you, but they were there for a while. But there was no fire.
It could be a gas,
you know what I'm saying?
like a gas leak or something.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide.
And I did see, you know what? I did see Con Ed coming down eventually later. So that
that's
might
a
have
big
been.
thing too. Like we're out there, we're informing the public, giving them information. You need smoke detectors. You need active smoke detectors and working. You need carbon monoxide detectors. Some of these calls, people their carbon. Sometimes you hear beep and your smoke detector or something like that. They call in the fire department. We're coming out there to make sure that everything's okay. We have the proper equipment and the training to see if the levels in the house are high enough. Because you can fall asleep with
Yeah, you won't even know. Sometimes
you won't even know.
We've been there,
with carbon
evacuate the whole
monoxide.
building.
That'll be it. You won't wake up.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you the new guy on the block. So
Yes, I am.
how what made you want to be a fireman?
It's just about serving my community.
Okay.
It's a great job, and we're superheroes.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, when someone asks me, what I do for a living, I tell them I'm a superhero because that's what we are. And being a firefighter, representing my community, helping those in need,
Close the door.
delivering service is one of the greatest attributes of being a firefighter for me. And it's fulfilling, definitely a truly fulfilling job. So coming into Mount Vernon, I realized that we're a department that does a whole lot with a whole lot of little.
Yeah.
So
Now, how many? Now, we always say undermanned, just so the public knows what would y'all need to be? I guess at regular,
We need to have at least 24 firemen working in the city of Mount Vernon at all times. You need to have 3 trucks.
It need you closer to the mic too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
At least 24, 25 firefighters working in the city of Mount Vernon at all times. We have the trucks,
Right.
but we don't have the men to put on these trucks.
Right.
So these trucks are not in service. People don't know it's only 2 firemen working down on the station on Fulton. Now,
And
station on
that's the one
Fulton,
that got closed.
That's the one that gets closed, and they just leave the 2 firefighters there just to keep it open. But that is supposed to be the most crowded house that we have in the city. This is where our toolbox is, which is called the rescue.
Right.
That rescue has every single tool that we would ever need for any type of situation. That's where that fire truck comes out. It has a ladder truck, which is very important to the south side of town.
Right.
It has an engine. We have a boat in there. We have so many things in there. We have scuba gear if somebody was ever to fall into, God forbid somebody drives off the hutch and goes into Wilson Woods, in the lake out there. We have all that equipment there, but we just don't have the men. Sometimes they leave us working with 16 guys.
Wow.
And that's just not enough.
And again, I said there were 2 situations. That was the second one I wanted to bring up because again, I covered that story where the Fulton House was closed. The mayor said it was some kind of political stunt. It was never closed. But I got everybody in the firehouse told me it was closed. And then days later, we had Fulton and Third. What happened if the day it was closed, we had Fulton and Third, that big fire? You understand what I'm saying? Because it was days later, like literally days later.
Well, the mayor said out of his own mouth, he's a gambling man. We don't get fires every day, so he's willing to take that gamble.
Yeah, but that's not, you gambling with our lives.
You're gambling with our lives. You're gambling with
Everybody's
citizens' lives, babies' lives.
Yeah.
Just God forbid, I would have had to go on a call somewhere else that morning when that baby came in unresponsive. God works in mysterious ways, but that baby might not have been here.
Absolutely.
It's just situations like that. You don't pay your car insurance every other month. You don't pay your home owner's insurance every other month. like you need it just in case if something was to happen.
Right.
You know, that's what we are. We are an insurance policy.
Right.
A very important one for the city of Mount Vernon.
Well, just so you know, Black Westchester and People Before Politics has a lot of respect. A lot of respect. Every time I meet one of you, I let y'all know I respect y'all cats because
Thank you.
you know everybody can't do what y'all do.
Thank you.
And no, seriously, I mean, I like to think if it was needed, I would do, but I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm built for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping it real though.
Yeah.
I mean, you do things when you need to. When you put in them situations, you'd be surprised what you could do. But
It's training.
for every day, for for a living, that's
Yeah.
really admirable. So I wanted to get all that out the way. Now let's back into the calendars. Talk about the calendars. You know what I'm saying? What people got to look forward to. Why should they get this? Where they can get it from? All that good stuff.
Yeah, Convery.
Well, we just completed 2016 FDMV Firefighter calendar, which was a long and tedious project, but it's here, and we want all the ladies out there to support. Everything that we're doing now is
now my female co-host is not here, who would appreciate looking at this a whole lot more than I will.
I won't leave one here for you, but we'll leave it for your co-host.
Yeah. Cynthia, she's supposed to be calling in later, but yeah. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're all non-for-profit organizations, so none of the proceeds go into our pockets. We're developing some scholarship programs for some youths of Mount Vernon who are excelling in academics and athletics. We're putting together some what's that for Mac?
Well, for his daughter, Ronnie Mack. Before we
shout out! I wanted to shout out. That was it's been over a year, right? Since he
yes,
passed,
yes, it's been over a year. Ronnie Mack was a firefighter who got on the department, a little over 2 years ago, and he had just finished the academy, and he didn't even get a chance to work his first shift in the firehouse yet, and he developed a brain tumor, which later turned up to be cancerous, and he ended up passing. I think everything got discovered in January, and he ended up passing away a couple of months later. So, he never got a chance to,
because he didn't actually get to fight his first fire yet, right?
No, he never got a chance to fight his first fire.
So we're developing a scholarship program in his name.
That's what's up.
To kind of represent him, his legacy, his hard work that he went through, because those 4 months of being in the academy was tough and grueling, and we don't know what he was going through throughout this whole process, but he steadfast and made it through. And it was sad that he didn't enjoy the first day on the job, but in memory of him, we're developing a scholarship program for that.
And it's for his daughter.
Okay.
It's for his daughter, college scholarship fund. So we plan on doing this annually.
Okay.
So whether we donate $2,500 every year to it, it's something counts. So by the time she goes off to college,
how old is she now?
She is 6 or 7.
Okay, so you got some.
She's young.
Yeah, you got like 10 years or so. That could be good.
Yeah.
So anything I didn't ask y'all that y'all want? Now you're on the cover.
You got the cover right here sitting in front of you.
Okay, this is the cover. That's what I was. Okay.
Just in a different order, but
okay, that's what I was looking. I was like, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I recognize you right away. So I'm like, okay. So this is the cover right here.
This is where we need your co-host.
Yeah.
She could see all this and point them out.
and my homegirl was supposed to come and sit down, but she got preoccupied with the football game, so she was going to sit right here during the whole. Did she hear me? Yeah.
She's not in a happy mood with that Giants shirt on.
What?
Did they lose?
I'm a Giants fan.
Only lost by 3.
But they lost to the Saints, though. I'm not happy about that.
I'm not happy about the Saints.
So we got the cover here. That's what we were pointing out.
Oh, these are the 3 on the cover.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
And hot damn. Wait, let me look at my.
We have 12 great specimens in the calendar. Let me
look at
first
my
say
month
that.
First. I'm not mad at my month right now.
What's your month?
June.
June.
I'm not mad at my month right now.
It's firefighter Malcolm.
Okay. See, we had to bring a female in here that can properly
comment,
articulate.
Right?
Yeah, because.
I'm not mad at February. Damn. All right, March. I see you. Not mad at March. This is 2016.
Yes, it is.
I'm not mad at April. I'm not mad at none of these ones right now.
We took this calendar for the first time down to the Circle of Sisters event at the Jacob Javits Center,
Okay.
which was about 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Wait,
did.
shout out to Benny Singleton.
Shout out my man
So in
Benny.
August.
Shout out to everybody in the calendar. A lot of guys put in some hard work to make this calendar. And
Right.
You said this. Nobody makes a dime off of this, so this is all for for
Wait,
a good
how
cause.
you have my brother for November though?
That was his mom. Like
Okay.
What months was he supposed to be?
June.
June.
Oh, for him.
You want your brother and your mom?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not trying to, but June. And how did they get the calendar?
That's what we were going to talk about. That how we can get the calendar. How much is the calendar, and all that good stuff.
Well, the calendars are $20 each.
Okay.
Right now they're being sold at Choices, which is 9 South 5th Avenue in Mount Vernon.
Okay.
It's right across the street from like those Chase Bank ATMs.
Okay.
those
Right.
busy
Right.
ATMs.
Right.
So it's a clothing store over there, which is actually owned by a brother firefighter.
Okay.
So he has the calendars in there. We also have an Instagram page. If you want to send us a message on the Instagram page, we will sign it and hand deliver it to you. if
What's
it's
now? What is it?
reasonable.
What is the Instagram?
That's FDMV 2016
Yeah, at FDMV.
calendar.
Okay. One more time. Say that one more time.
FDMV 2016 calendar.
Okay. And are they available at the firehouses? For lack of anything else, do you want people coming to the firehouses?
we kind of try not to mix. We can't have
Business with
everybody-
pleasure,
yeah,
right,
business
right,
with
right,
pleasure.
right.
That's one of my favorite sayings. But if one of us were on duty and we just happen to have them, because it has happened, they come knock on the door. You guys have the calendar in it. I run outside and get it. But to be respectful for the job and what
Right.
we're there to do for working our 24-hour shift. I don't we don't sell calendars out of the firehouse. But if you catch a guy and he might have one on, and he'll sell them to you. But like I said, you can always go to the Instagram page or actually go to at 2016 FDMV calendar.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up. She going back to her game. Yes, that's what's up. Anything I didn't ask y'all that y'all want speak about the job, about the calendars, about anything?
Also, the official calendar release party, November 14th, right here in Yonkers. Matter of fact, right here in Yonkers at a nice place called the Lux Lounge.
Okay.
623, I think it's 623 South Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah, 623 South Broadway in Yonkers. That's November 14th.
Okay.
Doors open at 5 p.m. It's over at 12 p.m. Everybody that's in this calendar will be there.
Okay.
We will be signing calendars.
Okay.
We'll be taking pictures. We also have T-shirts. We had nice T-shirts that we made up for ladies.
Okay.
Pink, red T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
A lot of, we sold them out at the Jacob Javits Center.
Okay.
So we'll also have another batch of those T-shirts that we'll be selling at the official calendar release party.
Okay.
November 14th,
Okay.
5 p.m. at the Lux Lounge, 623
Okay.
South Broadway.
Have Ernie text me that, so because what I'm gonna do is, since I have y'all here, I got a lot of other people coming through. I'm gonna break this part up to one video, and I'm gonna post it up. Firefighters come on, and then have all the contact information and stuff,
All right.
Instagram and stuff under
I'll
it.
give it to you. We can
Yeah, yeah.
communicate.
Yeah,
Ernie's
yeah.
a busy man, so we'll talk to you and we'll keep that the lines of communication open.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, I definitely appreciate y'all coming through.
We thank you for your time.
Oh, no doubt.
thank you.
Official head of applause for all y'all. Go get that calendar, ladies.
Don't get that calendar. Support us for a good cause.
Yes, and then like I said, we'll have all the information on Black Westchester on the website and everything like that. So we're about to set up for the next guest now. So we can find some music. I appreciate y'all coming through.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, no doubt. AJ. I'm trying to put a song on real quick. AJ, what's it? WOODSON?